another column, for the document you are going to take now, established the unutilized pre-assessment reports, PAS, and RAS. And also we also established in another column the unpaired SGDs, single good declaration. These were declarations made by the importer in the machine. That this is what they brought and this is how much they are due, but we are not paid. We have also given you the name of the importer and his address, but the responsibility is that of the commercial bank to look for him and collect this money. So now the PAS that were cancelled without the authority of Nigerian customs, we have indicated them in also in a line here. We brought them out and we gave you the name of your bank officer that authorized, that cancelled it. So it's their staff. You have to ask them why. And what is more, to give us now, when he cancelled it, then what did he use to consummate the transaction? So it is very important. And then the unpaid SGDs, these are the declarations that the importers admitted that they did by themselves, but were not paid for. So if you look at that CBN guideline, you will see that the dealer is the shorty to the importer. In fact, the importer is the commercial bank, not the trader. So that's why we are coming through the commercial banks, because central bank, as if they knew that these things will happen, brought out these guidelines. But God knows the level of compliance by April. So we have bank by bank, item by item, and amount by amount. We have done everything both in hard copy and soft copy. This one we can give you up to 1 week to take them home. We gave you the Form M aspect last time you came here, but these ones we are not ready. We are also looking into Form M's, for which shipping documents, bill of ladings were raised, but nothing was paid. We have Form M's, approved Form M's. Shipments were really done. Goods arrived in Nigeria, but no documentation in the entire system. So we are still working on that. Now, you issued a lot of bonds to those who collected temporary permits. They brought in equipments that are supposed to stay here for 6 months or maximum 1 year. And this money is running to trillions of naira. And most of them went to One and no import duty. They have been converted to home use. Some of the vessels registered by NEMASA as Nigerian vessels now, yet they came in with a temporary permit. So your bond has crystallized. We are compiling the bonds and the value so we can ask for indemnity from you people.
The committee also alleged that its investigations have also shown that some of the companies in Nigeria are operating multiple tax identification numbers, TIN.
Federal Inland Revenue, we have called you and the Corporate Affairs Commission because of what we observed in the issuance of TIN numbers, tax identification numbers. So we have observed in the system that some companies are operating multiple TIN numbers. And when customs try to block one TIN number to enable them pay their money, they come back to you the next day to obtain another TIN number. I don't know between you and Corporate Affairs, what mechanism do you have in place to do identification of these importers who are defrauding government? So what is we want you to address us and then the registrar to address us. Because ordinarily, a company should operate one tax identification number. And that is what the Nigerian Customs is supposed to use to work. But the operation of multiple TIN numbers is not helping revenue collection.
Should start the process from the registration portal of CAC. The two systems are connected together. So it is end-to-end registration. And once the company is registered by CAC, the TIN is also automatically generated and sent to the email provided by the registrant, and the registrant can, that the TIN tax identification number is sent to the registrant. But also we have the legacy system, because the system that FIRS has been operating started in 2006. When the platform was initiated in 2006, there was no linkage, no integration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. So it was possible then for a company with, to have multiple TIN. And this is one of the things we observed that made the two sister agencies to work together, and such that right now you can only register with one RC number. Once you have registered that, you can no longer register. But in order to address the problems that we both inherited with CAC and FIRS, what we have also discussed with the Nigerian customs, that we need to have a system. We in FIRS, we are always battle ready. We have advised that customs should develop their system to send the infraction list to us. It could either be systems to systems, which would be preferable, or they could send to us electronically by emails. We have our data, we're data warehouse and business analytics system in the Federal Inland Revenue Service. So for every name, we have the ability to do data matching, such that if a name appears too similar, we can also send to, based on the infraction list sent to us, we can also send back to the Nigerian customs all the names that look suspiciously similar, so that even if they try to register with another name, although in the past, we've seen companies that have more than one tax identification numbers, and we are currently doing data cleansing. We are migrating to the new system, the joint tax board system, that also has biometrics. Because we also had the individual taxpayers that had several FRS teams, so that when they register one, the individual importers, if they have challenges, they will come back and register another one. But with the new system that we have that has biometric, you cannot register twice.
We don't register TIN numbers. We don't give TIN numbers to companies. What we do give is RC number, and every company has one RC number. I know what the chairman is. We don't issue TIN numbers. We only issue RC numbers, and each company has one RC number. Yeah, we have been talking to FRS. We wanted this to be harmonized, so that a company has only one number, RC and TIN. So that if you have RC number, that RC number will also be your TIN number. But we are still talking to FRS.
Is your system speaking to their system?
Yes. Well, as far as the issue of stamp duty is concerned, it is speaking to them.
Okay, FIRS, are you speaking to customs system?
Yes, sir, without human intervention.
Okay.
The systems are speaking to
So
them.
is it possible to certify all TIN numbers, no matter when they were issued?
We are already doing that, sir. We've identified the duplicate TINs, tax identification numbers, those that are using the RC from the CAC. So we've been able to identify those companies that have more than one TIN.
You have identified?
Yes, sir.
All
the companies that are on FRS register that have more than one TIN. We've already done the data matching with CAC, and we've been able to do that.
In your statement, you said there are those that are still using the old TIN numbers. Who are the they that are still using the old TIN number? And with this synchronization that the chair is talking about, for the CAC now to register the company through the RC, obviously that company ought to have a TIN number. So I was thinking there's supposed to be a synergy within the CAC and the FRS. But once, if there's a company that is registered, then that company obviously, I don't know how you do it, should now have an information from, data from you to create the TIN number. But again, if you are talking about duplication of TIN numbers, definitely, obviously, it should be the responsibility or the issues we're having now must be generated from the FRS. But the question is, who are the they that are still using the old TIN number?
Now, the current TIN that Customs is getting from the Federal Inland Revenue Service is the old TIN. The old TIN, the legacy TIN. And Customs had expressed that they had limitations using the new TIN, which is 10 digits. The old TIN was 8 digits. So they made us to understand that the nicest one could only take that 8 digits TIN, but that the new one, the new nicest two, that's Nigeria Integrated Customs Information System, can take the new TIN, which is the clean TIN. The clean TIN that is now generated between FRS and CAC automatically without any human intervention, which doesn't have duplicate. So right now, Customs is not able to take that. And they've informed us that they will complete the nicest two, maybe around, estimated completion date is end of this year, but they will also need to tell us whether this date is realistic. But once that is done, it's going to be seamless from CAC. That's once a company registers, the CAC sends information to FIRS. FIRS system automatically generates TIN. It's already happening and notifies the taxpayer, this is your TIN, these are your tax obligations. We are even looking at the possibility of either having the TIN on the certificate of incorporation so that it will send back to CAC and then as we are printing the certificate of incorporation. But beyond that, we're also brainstorming against the future that is it even possible to harmonize all these numbers, after all they are numbers, so that we just have one single number instead of having multiple numbers, so that the possibility of just the number from CAC will also be the number in FRS instead of having another number. So those are some of the things we are brainstorming on. But with the system we have already, we are waiting for Customs to complete NICES 2 so that it will flow straight to the Customs system. But right now, they can't make use of that, the one with the 10 digits. But what is happening is that for every 10-digit TIN generated, our system also automatically generates the 8-digit version, which is sent to Customs. That's what we are.
The issue right now is with the legacy TIN numbers. It's not with the new baby TIN numbers. So if you look at all the infractions we have, is with the legacy TIN numbers. So what we are trying to say, at least we are trying to do data cleansing. This IT and FIRS are working on. But with the new TIN number, though our migration to NICES 2 is in process, we don't have any problem with the new TIN number. Our major problem is with the legacy TIN numbers. So what we are talking about now is, look, we have the legacy TIN numbers, and within the legacy TIN numbers, we have duplications. So the data cleansing is going on between FIRS and Customs for the legacy TIN numbers. That we are doing. Presently, we don't relate with corporate, CSC. Initially, when we started, we were using RC numbers initially, but we had a lot of problems. Just like you said, if you just put one full stop, it changes everything, the system will accept, not because of a fold-up. this thing. And we realized the best way, and I think it was out of discussions with FIRS, when we were just thinking of what will we use that will be common to Nigerians. Like, our challenge was on a single line importer, somebody who is importing once, and he goes, what do we use? And because of our discussion, we said, okay, it will help the nation if we make every Nigerian to be paying tax, and he has the TIN number. So we agreed. That was why we now left RC number and migrated to TIN number.
Why you need to do reconciliation, which is unutilized from M and partially utilized. You unutilized part, unpaid SGDs, cancelled part, cancelled SGDs. These are the ones we have established for you. So you can go back to your system and reconcile. I don't mind 2 weeks. But for this remittance, yes, sir, there is not too long story to it. It's go to CP, give us evidence of what you remitted and evidence of what you collected. Is in the system. That's fine. So CBN will also acknowledge if there is any discrepancy, but already the system has confirmed what they received. That's why we put in a column what CBN acknowledged as received. So the other money is with you. So just to write your check and pay the money to customer.
We'll review it and get back to you, sir.
For us to work together, the main problem we have are from commercial banks. Customs must also believe in you people. Because if I tell you, you see the names of the companies, like your own bank, your SunTrust. Your own bank is this unutilized from M that is on the high side. You know, if you look at my observation on MTN, you see how remittances are going. So this thing should be properly declared. Import duties we are not against the cost of anything you are bringing into Nigeria. They pay the custom duty and follow the law. So I have also named the companies. I told you. So CBA, please, you have to work with the Accountant General of the Federation to be able to know banks that if it is probably his office should work with customs to know that any bank that is responsible for opening for M should be also have a responsibility to collect duties and taxes on behalf of government and remit them accordingly. It is very important. That is why we, in your new guideline, in your new manner, please, invite stakeholders so that we can make input because of some of the discoveries we have just seen in this place.
This definitely cannot be the end of the story. We shall update you as more developments unfold. That's the program, Senate 109 Interactive this week. We shall be back next week with another edition. I am Shegun Ojelade. Bye-bye.